Ghanaians are very disappointed in President Mahama, or the Ghana for the agro. Patriotism.
Yeah, me talk about go ahead.
Oh, all right. And you know what that Ghana for was scam Ghana for. In fact, all Babepe Abenjana Frono or ye promises be brave specific one or year for LGBT home. Okusia so for Okusia or more or the icon is legono. In fact, or can send me brave the tia President Kufuado. And on or LGBT so no person or best sign bill no the obey president or no or sorry or your Assemblies of God ni only some running to or background and what about the chef of rock dealing with it now only for you to win power. We need a Calibisol conference back when him was a fame run a crownia young curriculum review dear fan corrected. Omotitis go culture and was so affiliate or no akasa at the government sponsored bill be dealing with LGBT. You heard him as a bill no beba. And there sorry I will say bill no crown. And idea yet a priority to this government because we still have basic needs we are grappling with. We are grappling with jobs, we are grappling with food, we are grappling with health and education needs. Now that is a big insult to the integrity of Ghanaians because 2021 Anna friend here free COVID move we're trying to get out of the woods. Sambreno nearly basic needs. 2024 now no all President Kufuado and Sam Bill now or man so far hold a man agenda man one threatening President Kufuado a man ultimatum can some children as if say or two Munchenko school no Sambreno nearly basic needs are now. And now say Open Lincoln University honorary doctorate our one farm mountain. What done in one free bill all kinds of flimsy excuses. This is a major betrayal of the trust of the Ghanaian youth. And they are so for only a handful. And then pediful be a man for Omudi Sabi way a President Mahama Nada is a betrayal to them. Yeah, the air catcher President Mahama said he should set his priorities right because the bill is as important to Ghanaians, 93% of Ghanaians, even more than before. Because Kaneno, Yante said, I bind the Mantibia Baso Mijina independent act every few months campaign for LGBT. Kaneno Yante said, I bind apprentice LGBT teacher manuals. Eddie good GS Casmo Naka approved M1 distributed their teacher for assign abo a buying car Eddie workshop a training room say Omon coach your more free say we bow your bemo and front the Utia the name what think can win your free moon. This time no under President Mahama one cassette Ntim LGBT books Eddie Akoma teachers are more classrooms. Most unpardonable. And in a bill now, I am telling you, sir, even a better parliament for the first time, Crown Pono, Mikachel Ziga said, a better one, a Jubilee House, President Mahama, no, a man instruction, a man speaker of parliament, any Mahama Yariga majority leader, a warning worms of undility free order paper, and count more pride to him. Meka a man you mean. And then, but what about that period? The normal case, the parliamentary business at that particular day, na LGBTQ plus no, na encounter. But as that's not the point. Debbie, nobody sneaked anything. A bill ya submitted speaker sign so. In fact, deputy speaker na sada na no preside no. A fray on a chair private members bill committee mamikujina mu omototo ma no am ye defend mo approve you recommend ma speaker echo gazette nyame Ntim Fordjour na metrodiko parliament the clerk of parliament on the authority of the speaker of parliament who gazette TV after 14 working days no it automatically laid for first reading. Until all those processes were undertaken fairly. Until a better also we are no say now they know a government priority. Why the cultural some family mundility and mundility a being see that say a dear better other people so not be deleted say sad and impo 1% will be taking sad and it will remain on the other paper until such a time when you want to take it. You never delete it. But we don't delete it free. So you can want some kind 7 months. So I better make catcher Ghana force a Jubilee House and a man's rushing man won't delete it. Man, you mean, see my bomb is na make us and they and no man penina de me boa mammy. Say, LGBT some and then plan can a prior to cry. Until so be mamma a ranting in my until so be a comedy of manager until sir ask me to be a source of you busy until sir a woman's chance of your best one LGBT and can go to Puna can shut
and started the journey from Momotamana the 2023-2024 when Sam George Mosha says Nipa 8 most sponsor bill. No, what is the difference between that bill and when the government changed that bill? Because we made to understand say that bill no and I'm say different parliament and different government into know that bill no the venoms no so you need to reconstitute another bill what is the difference in Nasamnet to say
difference be any the same bill now pass ya manso ba ho ma binimu de call court say omukwa kodinchire mu onsusun say efan bi etia amamra no etia constitution to omukwa akoje ho nchire mu de injunction to so say ma speaker fan koma press kufuado ma san injunction so adwuma ankone ho akopem say ebra na Supreme Court di asem no bia wi ye say asem bia ni ho problem bia ni ho ne ato abakra wi ma 8 parliament in the cry spy trying to constitute to the 9th parliament. So that's where we are. And to the abide is the same bill now the time here at the council. The only thing we changed a year no. So Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 and the same year 2024. That's all. Year 2025. That's all. Yes, some be a woman abuse. And you know the fact that NDC for Nankasa,
I will come there, but the person say the same bill, then on my penisa say, and I'm say some of the members now must sponsor that bill. No, it be a parliament be any at the time we share Catholic Bishop Conference no, or catches it be a ma any at the say a buy na kasajitum na or reconstitute. They say no. Sa bill na down is not different from the mumudi kind no and I say we na abina kasaje a draft bill for the ba
the private members bill now did your man penny kind say access no say who here was a private members bill be abeba the emfa curriculum and then correct it and also for no anti as no man reply and it was a son again it was our same meeting can say afedie ono akasa kra adwen ho so de government sponsored bill beba na the private members kra de ayenipo de emu ha or limitations indeed osia asofo a wo mo ede ensagu ni so bo tongues gu ni so asra ne ngo bo mpa ma no a order o mo ase international conference center o sign etu na no mutu se LGBT bill no the yeah as private members bill ya signed the Akoto Parliament no. Ade mu hakrama no. Enti onu akasa ba be sponsor government bill the akwa Attorney General na de beko. Miriam, bapem ne Attorney General fa bill bia mai. Bapem ne o mampani fa bill bia mai. Enu akire no na Lincoln University for amano degree a mo bounce no a. O be kan se afekra de onu na o se bo se or they oba be introduce government sponsor bill no. Afekra do say who here na lowest on this priority list. So if nipa no kasa ono kasa kra the private member or the government sponsored bill ba na na de enye priority kopem so asolve aduane samne adwuma samne health and education ni basic needs every answer wabaso no na so ono ekura super majority of parliament ono a control majority leader ono a oye chairman of the business committee ono a control speaker of parliament womo and the agenda of parliament HRS bill we ehia ban ye fanko under certificate of agency bill we ehu hia ye twan kura chire womo a agenda a priority na so o mampani Minia. Minia said I make an optimism.
Yeah, me to say not where in a crack.
Yes.
Go ahead. But my movie says, on my penny John Dramani Mahama, Mr. On Castle on sign the LGBTQ bill. Say a who yana, a better than the Lincoln University for it to be a jinaso. I'm a phobia question say because of LGBTQ now, what pay attention to it, you know, that the honoring doctorate in young family.
The guy open doctorate degree at Koja admission. We are mampeni, Nasa also open doctorate degree, not a young pa. Lincoln, you can apply and go and enroll and do your PhD. And you know, for you to request them to give you honorary doctorates. Now, I refuse to and no may excuse and Nuntino. Wo ba ababedani wachidi ama ukrum amamre a big betrayal. In any case, when we let be a Lincoln University actual the president say LGBT and ya bounce us honorary doctorate. And ya be aziga when yabo let be saso. Nila propaganda. Propaganda. I dare them to bring any letter. Lincoln University actual almost say LGBT, we are declining your request to honor you with doctorate degree. One first letter nemra. Movies propaganda.
Honorable Mr. Wadaroma, we say or your president is a His Excellency. That is why a war president went to United States of America with an entourage, including the Foreign Affairs Minister. Ghana for applaud. He was supposed to be honored at Lincoln University and Ntim. But the Foreign Affairs Minister has made us to understand, say, they believe, say, there are some people are suspected to be the LGBTQ activists. The Shasia, among Pese, Sadia, and Ebebaso. And then to be John Mapenyachini. No, what's it? That you see, woman by almost say. Lake omo through the command Lincoln University lobby say omama penny honorary doctorate. Woman a request to you and your university now and a trolley coy just over the weekend or so. UCC for the trolley command or Professor Jinano Pokwadman, Her Excellency the Vice President, say one person born a basso, a man of some honorary doctorate. And Professor Jinano Pokwadman and the trolley lobby, there be that. So let us get a distinction. Nansaya Mampeni echo South Korea no. And you Mampeni naturally called South Korea, one of the universities said, Mumbome, honorary doctorate. A university now and Omunya Sape Pano. At the initiative is our move now only on honor. And you know, in this particular Lincoln University, and your university no initiative move. We must put it on record. We should stop the deception. How did you conclude that it is the president that requested for that? Yes, a president, no. And do you have any proof? Yes, President John Dramani Mahama requested because the president he doesn't need doctorate for anything or a day or day. I to be president say or person Lincoln University. That's what you mean. I meet you. No, Ebra Lincoln University a bounce of President Mahama. No. Embassy of Ghana in Washington. A issue statement be say omo disappointed. When was that statement no? Yeah. Omo say omo disappointed. Na omo throw the man a for Lincoln for a request say for sa arrangement no. Lincoln for G2 at first Lincoln for G2 then omo G2. And your request omo de call ya omo G2. So it was never, they never said say if you have it, read it again. They never say, yet a baby, and you're more Lincoln University, and I'm a boy, I'm an yes, mo pese, mo bo or mampeni abaso. A banner saying an idiot, mo try you 10. There be almost say, a bra, bell stray, mo say, mo, your very request is mo shall mampeni and you yam. Mo and a mujitum, a G arrangement in our tomb. So the request came from Ghana side to Lincoln University and not the vice versa. Nobody should be deceived.
Eba ne sign and a Lincoln University. Major request not to marry. Na ya arrangement na back and forth every na last minute there. Mo say mo deny that earlier approval na mo de maye. That was their question. And that the embassy of Ghana in Washington is concerned about the last minute change of mind. And yet, okay, yes, I don't know. And he found the church say, we are disappointed in you because we were there and you initiated this request. So why would you embarrass the president after you initiated the request? Before you initiated the request, didn't you do your due diligence? And nobody must be deceived. When we now communicate to the public, the LGBT LGBT grounds and Lincoln for aside and they are withdrawn. Bisa say let no almost link control them aside LGBT no. Woman produce I dare them to produce that letter.
But say honorable when they were responding to the Lincoln University no. Omutimi fanshim say yenim say LGBTQ ntina moyes and they omutimi fanshim. And
no, so why are they concluding? Why are they concluding? Why are they giving the headlines?
Yeah, honorable, respectfully.
No, please,
respectfully, honorable. On say also so president Bianso no 7 previous your president award 2 million population or intelligent debiano I information yeah so it could be that it be somebody crowd within the Lincoln can hint him because it be a Ghanaians or Lincoln
do you know the real reason why
so definitely will be having people no benyan information say is these people and the number massa LGBT for the mass say a bit
when him the real reason why he was bounced the dismissal of the Chief Justice, that was their major concern, among others. But they won't tell you. The dismissal of the Chief Justice was the major concern. They won't tell you. You see, but they came out bearing the headline said, when LGBT or Mampeni, LGBT, no, what has Mampeni done about it? Has he even introduced any government-sponsored bill? Has he introduced any government-sponsored bill? And Yakase, President Mahama, ako introduce a bill be a parliament in Tino, ye fair no so the action. A day no one penny Mahama, why ye about LGBT and Nuntino be better between. What has he done? Tell me. We are not kids in this country for the greatest of the respect. Intino, we will not allow President Mahama to hide behind this Lincoln thing to gain any kind of sympathy. My biggest disappointment is in the leadership of Assemblies of God and the Catholic Bishop Conference in a very disappointing way. Omampeni Etra U10 Ekase now LGBT after so our weaponizing their propaganda and any power no I promise it not we're trying to free is rather a low banner. It's rather a low priority. At the time of Okasano, there's the time of Mumbu and Semumano. A church or letter, a deep prison.
I see.
A man who cried, and Neddy Ukrumuha. See a man who cried, Neddy Ukrumuha. A bedroom rebino. Ye man as of some political agenda. Nean Kano cry. A bedroom rebuke can praise the Lord. Rubian, so hallelujah. And to whom ye need to cry. What Assemblea President Mahama Kanye, Senka President Kufuor and Kokaya, all hell would have broken loose. I saw from Penifo Ukrumuha, they were giving President Kufuor the ultimatum. Threaten as if so are cracking to a beer or to a monchain. And nay, some for ya, President Mahama see a woman, a promise woman's over Bessemra a day as a priority, they're dealing with LGBT. Omo born some woman, no more tongues, I can say goodness one. And nay, Omo Krumuha, and so be a zippo. Everybody is mute and quiet. Rather, no more troll letters at a bomb President Mahama. But what kind of hypocrisy is that? Because President Aoho, a Muslim. President Aoho, a Basiru, Fai, or a Muslim.
Yeah.
In a Christian minority country, no. Or say, Mrana Oho Kramponu, a more Mremano against LGBT. Wasa Ntim Biakaho, now association for LGBT in Senegal, a 10 years imprisonment. 2026, yeah, and was signed. As yet, and we have a software, fake prophecies, and a bill Emma, drew election woman abe twa woman pulpit abe gina their agenda their tia Muslim presidential candidate say yeah makwan e ma Muslim e medigana so yeah makwan ma Muslim medigana so. Meanwhile a Muslim in a Christian minority country today has legislated against LGBT with 10 years imprisonment. Yet ha ema de momo na mo cs wo ye Kristo ni no a ono na mo bom pa ya ma no ono na mo gini di se oba aba beboa age ya mamre yegidie ni esom LGBT nsam asi ho no ono mom ese a lowest priority na 2021 year free covid mo aba no na ye ni basic needs ana. And you know, the hypocrisy of the CSOs, the hypocrisy of some of our clergymen, the hypocrisy of the communicable bodies must be called out. May I suffer, but it must be called out because yama integrity no credit and kosu okromu ha. Ebe kakra no yen chine ayeye as a Christopher no ebe yira. When omo ayedi in 2028 ebeba omo preach omo pulpit so say a Muslim ni emana be president ye pe Christo ni. Please let's be honest in this country. And same way President Akufo-Addo and someone President Mahama ko kan o US e won the recent panel discussion so say all distancing
it bound to happen. Are you talking about that one?
Sponsored bill, a democracy that is playing out, a private members bill, and then or say when the bill is even passed, their decision will be guided by social cohesion, human rights, of everybody, and even the withdrawal of Lincoln University's honorary doctorate degree. And no bad guide, and then President Mahama say Lincoln University honorary doctorate now it will guide him to even consult development partners. Who promises what they pressure add to Akufo-Addo on sign. At that time, no what consulted development partners are now.
All right.
You represent what I want to point out is that President Mahama is not the president of his own country. He is president of a sovereign people, and sovereignty resides in the will of the people. And you know, we are president. You must represent the aspirations of the people. Your priority must be the priority of the people. 93% of the population by Afrobarometer CDD survey say yes, say LGBT bill a priority. And then President Mahama, what in Ntim teacher manuals. Edi akoma a teacher for say woman fan children kwara de say o yo ba o ye bema o to be cry miru ni na nye de tua na ye de watenka wo mu and we are quiet in this country. We will not sit down. Some of us we have been consistent on this position. Brani aban was so ye can be chire aban. Entinya President Mahama na me ba besuro no ma ban was as deputy minister mansuro bia me kamadwen enti ye be kan adwen wo bia say kan bibi chire ye be kan chire wo
ya chade o na wo ka bibi say President Mahama Lincoln University bounce no or say LGBT that impression according to you say impression or create say LGBT activist bina share chima ye bounce no okay who say you don't believe that because it's a Spain to save the situation. How do I also believe you say the Lincoln University for also say the reason why they bounced him say the sacking of the Chief Justice?
Today now is suspicion and if you are doubting some suspicion and then say Chief Justice no sacking no and withdraw because no action or no ankasa is on record about LGBT. Tell me, and then President Mahama, the bill that was even passed by Parliament, was it passed under his time? Was it passed at the time I know a president? Or by Bill Ben passing about LGBT? And a Bill Ben on introduce about LGBT. So on what basis will somebody sanction a president who is distancing himself from LGBT? A president I know publicly no say LGBT a lowest priority no on what basis and will be against all sanction no at the time the president of America Donald Trump or be a president no Lincoln University in America no Donald Trump na no ya American University ni kraba ye every university any education institution bia What's it? OJ LGBT too. LGBT curriculum. Now the he has cut off funding to you. You will never enjoy state funding if OJJ LGBT swap. And in America, President Trump, that's what he has done. Or by any first foreign policy decision or take here, any orientation, instruction, or demand ambassadors, and say all the foreign envoys. But be a krobi the reason and the basis are wouldn't or mine be related, no. Say or mine, LGBT so crampa. You can sanction them. That is the policy principle or the man foreign envoys. And under President Trump, America. Nasi University the LGBT or Mampeni Lincoln University doctorate degree or the LGBT the lowest priority so that you can go and get honorary doctorate. Mampeni abo Yamamre Hoba and answer Obeyo Mampeni se kwaji doctorate honorary doctorate. But
honorable your bill be to say affirmative action bill, the RTI bill. There are a lot of bills called parliament, and it took us some even 10 years. Not the honorable and I Ntim pass any idea. Don't you think that sometimes a bill be called parliament? We have to go through a lot of hands to read it. Say a boy what say the affirmative action on RTI say what is the difference between and we see?
Ozega Bella a year for Fred Baya. Mansu be bribah right from 2021. Mansu be 7 and a bound. Where they court and where they court. Now injunction a court toso near ya near solve now court no from circuit court to high court all the way to Supreme Court. If she is different stakeholders or be an argument, yeah, ah. Emma ben fiem yen santam ye pass ye we free the way shame ye we free the way shame ishia so for ishia imam for ishia him for eba 9 Ghana fa na nyina ye wie Emma Supreme Court kura bra na president twen se ebeba na nim no asi hu gina na injunction kura eda so se ma speaker emfa nkoma president no Supreme Court so nya abotre di asem na wie ye Ebuya say a sacrosanct problem be any one. Some way a mra as a sancudi even 2 days of parliament and so no credit na pese account krumua. Such a bill and no opposition and then here mo passing bibiano. Some judge to make us or no the pressure beto President Mahama so ya can we maintain ninkabi. The President Mahama na can ye some fee one everybody spoke about this LGBT and the propaganda. Entino the omo aka ya na hia wo no speaker bag me anka sakra gina mu ye wie ye sanka eba ya the same bill na ke de ko enu po no sanka de ko ya adakro just for the purpose of passing through ko ya as many fast tracking and say I say no na ka I within 2 hours na ka pass it under certificate of urgency na say where your private mess bill enti wuntumi po nya no under certificate of urgency within 2 days no you bet me as shepherd that bill no you be bien ma akosesa enye nya atwom na wokrum ha enye deception enye na da na obinum ede per vote nti omu use no as a weapon and this is the way they will treat it. I am telling you and I've said it many times one more no mu ye ewo NDC wo de LGBT ede dada so for de dada Ghana fo nyina wo mu akoma mu no na nya de a wo pene so because NDC no a liberal party and this MPP a conservative party. We kept as untumi NDC ni you can say untumi NDC ni LGBT ho because omo they are liberals. Liberal be out say Democrats US. Women to say other liberal parties around the world. Women almost saw LGBT so all their partners are LGBT people. Okay. All their friends are LGBT parties. And you know untumi
Okay. 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 Okay, honorable, you better say. But before I said I'll be calling, my maybe say I say, Nana do down quick for the time. Tama na oye like a Dexica star to say or best sign no. Ne one President Mahama by per what you are saying, no, it looks like say the interest of best sign LGBTQ bill no, and also of form kakra. At the end of money ba say ye jitum sisia. What do we lose as a country?
Now, Oziga President Kufuado like this caben oye. Propaganda no yeti ano say until Nansenya President Mahama eba power say President Mahama ama power ama kase bill no eni Jubilee House na ama medu omampeni Kufuado animu a enka obi atigana ha say bill no call President Kufuado one say on sign. That was the propaganda everybody went out there with. Okay. Until Nansenya me ba bonte be kan say mo say bill no mo de come President Kufuado and one signed there. So the Bego Jubilee House it to be part of the handing over outstanding issues. And the President Mahama and Kofan signed. That's what I told Mahama Yaraga.
Okay.
And you know, also LG was okay in Sadia Mahama sign it on the floor of Parliament. Mahama Yaraga can say okay if the bill was transmitted to the President and Kufuado refused to sign, it is there. So President Mahama signed it. I did say that President Mahama Eba Bontebe can say the bill was never transmitted to him. Na mumono say I Parliament here pass it there when the obe sign. That was when he took that. He said that. So it's pure deception, you know. But you see the difference between President Kufuado and President Mahama. Say when President Kufuado eba be president no, or say Monto Obama no meye free SHS. Ebra President Mahama pre power no or say Monto Obama no me 24-hour economy no me say LGBT mra. It was a major promise and at no point the President Kufuado can say LGBT the lowest priority and the priority one casa anywhere. And then President Mahama no the major promise no say and the priority. Well, you soon want the vote the other time made it see somebody like Madam for Reverend Charles Owusu Ami Bunu pa many no debate or asempa and what can say in fact on the or can so on record or say or to about the tier MPP because onya yaudie ewo ye ho se LGBT nsam no yen tutu ne yie na NDC for propaganda manenya didie wo mu se President Mahama and oba ya oba be sign no ni nyina so de kotoma MPP NDC no
okay all right okay
President Mahama Enyame low priority but I'll say the NDC for no amanendu ne ho there are millions of Ghanaians at woman say NDC dada woman no to abaditi MPP madam say obians na say no way to scamming. What scam Ekuafo Koko? What scam Galamsey? What scam recruitment? What scam for LGBT? Never again. I mean, happy Easter.
I mean, happy Easter to you. Okay, Mahama accused of dropping an anti-LGBTQ bill after campaign use, and no bill has been introduced under Mahama's administration. Honorable Ntim Fordjour, John Ntim Fordjour, Ashanti South Member of Parliament, Defense and Interior Ranking member, and of course a member of a Human Rights Committee at Parliament. So, Honorable, thank you very much. All right, our next item. The loan bill yadia call Parliament and ebe restricted ababi or bebia so we make sure say ye borrow ye ye fiscal discipline betimi aboy because aban bitimi ba or betimi aboro sa na fe na eka mene ye o man yetimi e proper ye mo remu ani nye sika kakra they will need to finance some debt any adia e basa no a ma o man no ye die ne NCP papa eti there is a loan and borrowing bill like the call Parliament ever addressing all these things any idea. The question that we are asking today and is Sadi say about will it help this country because have you right enough to be in the state you bet me akasa yentimi ye may a certain level be a bit me aboro ediedu. have you read that level? Okay, so we have a couple of slides with you, but you better drop on this here. But before that, Maminka will say Dr. Tutu has joined us. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us on the program, The Digest. On the shortest time, Austin Wood also joined us from UK. Austin Wood is a broadcaster, broadcast journalist, also joined us from United Kingdom, and Dr. Tutu, and of course, Dr. Samson Anoma, head of accounting department, and also Ebe joining here in the shortest time. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. But before I will introduce to you, Dr. Tutu, let's watch some slides about the new bill I call parliament, loan bill I call parliament. Then I'll come back and introduce to you my guest now. You digested that issue. Hello? Hello, Doc.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Doc, for joining us. Okay, I'm making it clear. Dr. Tutu are joining here. But I wanted to play some slides to you. And it is very, very, very important for this country. So Dr. Tutu has joined us. Dr. Tutu is a political marketer and a strategist. Doc, thank you very much once again.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so Doc, what you mean? Just give it a few seconds. Now, me rolling the bill no a normal kakra bill no stands to review to us no. So let's start rolling the slides. Then I'll na yanko Doc susisia. Okay, so I'm told that as the program progresses, no, you better roll it. So, Doc, let me start from you. Bill they call parliament, say be restricted, and I say be the physical discipline. Ama and they say, oh yeah, buy now bar, bosia be buy your body be bar na amena. A buy for be banana if you don't never be concerned a canony adiano. Yes, ye be restricted. You as a political marketer. Somebody that has been following the current affairs and of course the finances and the economy of this country, you know, do you think that we have reached a level as a country you bet me introduce such an act or parliament?
Oh, that's it. I mention what you for now. Mention what my phone. Let me say. Nano yi mwana ubia epe se omano yade enhyehyɛ papa betukran mu na bibia akoso se wahwa emi se eba campaign ade bakwa party akukuda mienu ni nyina omotai ede campaign tie omo ye se ena mi free so no na Ghana Bosiabo eka Ghana DNA say unkwa betna so say na na get na scan so but na men can say o my Ghana ye ne ye ho sa
yeah
emi say nukure wo mu ni ye se aban bi ba na wa nya bosia emprepi no ne ho kire no enti me wanwa kakra Sir Finance Minister Dr. Atufosin Ade BBC Beko Parliament say Parliament enkwajintum na omo Loans Act 2026 no
yeah
enchire Achi, the focus and the canon loan ceiling. So,
loan ceiling.
Ceiling, yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Now, Ninchrim, not just a Sadia no a bar, Loan Act 2026 no mo sha say di eye adwuma ebebo ama your physical discipline no yetimi a control no na afi so yetimi a sure say katase hye ne proye katasu mumu asu bia entimi ma bosia ye aban ebobobobo no emu if I'm baby, I better say, but if I'm baby, mean feel say, Nanka, some concern is here, Becca say, yeah, Nebusia, and I see a Busiana, yeah, Bono, Untimi Montra, strong, and I want in the preview, no correct, but say, we share. Your budget for the year now the past I was setting up be a so nominate as for about capital projects a 1 year nominate as for no they say you need to me as can free taxes any royalties sources so I don't think I have also governments most of the time say they are supporting the media essentially
I remember when we were introducing the free senior high school Uro Foriata told the whole country say already Kabeya Yama Obia Wubio no one can Piaka but the only Biono Nanka Onona enjoyed that free senior high school. No. He wanted to defile the provision there what the constitution provided the free secondary education. No. At that time, some of us can say okay, he's the custodian of the Sikano Ghana is Sikanina. And your confess now no honor want to be a strength and be on their casa asem. Okay, now ora to force and call for any idea per se ye. ABI is also the finance minister. I will name Jessica Sam say be a bagana baby a yadruno. Yadru brand say you bet me Edina ya mobosia gidi bebrebe and you decide and by bet me a boy. Don't you think that we should give them the benefit of the doubt?
Oh yeah, same thing I can say fan baby no. Social media about brewing test. I mean, in other words, but I are omugina so person with the yes at the or share the cost benefits analysis. And now, of course, say, maybe to say, and sometimes. So
yeah.
Now, what sounds can be said, capital projects you are it should be tied to the loans in terms of the cost benefits.
Yeah.
And also so because you see, maybe dual carriageway and as for some project should be able to finance itself in the long term.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Doc, we are in fact we are enjoying you, but I'm saying and line on a cracky pie distorted, so we don't get you properly. Sometimes okay, so if I don't know, Sebia, ubetimi asa reposition yourself for ananka. Okay, you can make hard.
What do you mean, say?
Yeah, better on Kapaya.
What do you mean, say?
Yeah, Doc, better on Kapaya.
The American say, yeah. Capital projects, BT Semi Fancy, who Quapaji, Busian, about a crack massy express room. Would you Busia, Edia, a crack massy, and I say a crack Takradi, a Lugo room. So, do I carry me? Some projects we know. eti was say eno ankasa itimi etete saka
yeah
eti we are nowadays technology means of your friend is say road to
yeah.
Yes, exactly. Now the aba na oje no kakra complicity so fibia road tools amount over say 1 billion cedis. But that time said what ya economy no enkonkoye the bed of the people e won so meneno e ya adwin sort yes but ade ba kwa me feel say senka ye ya ebetimi aboa reduction of this enyen kakra yesi ufiti prekope eposin a emuja na edeba so ahun eti no nka baabi a yewo sisi ase afi na yesi ni fifi na yesua nanti yaso yentimi nyina ye na so ye gya ye disobi so mu no project to taka so eti kayama nyen kakra koko si se afi ye nanti no ye na baji fom yi netimi ye nanti yi ana yetimi etumrika na yefiti prekope apoyese a ya hwe ya de emuja pa na ebema no danwuni ye eti
think say no ye sad way ya ye force ye ho ye sad ya ebetimi a share dey because we need to start from somewhere. If we don't take a radical approach na se bia ya nka say ye kodwere ye chide bia abafu from bi so be bono so be dwere sa afi ni yentimi nye bibia and this one to ebe would the investor confidence ama investors who say this country they don't borrow a lot it be am komo a seni
but don't borrow a lot more say wako enyinanda unimu enyina
me ba sure there be o
firewood na ni ku so wako enyinanda na se ya chichire enyina de asoa na se kungu abete de mekanasa so the say yes na ya hwese ekono a yetisi so no so no ijanu a yede esi yetiso no na no ma na yede esi yetiso no emunye du bebire se bebu yekun so ti ase te kuma omda so tete ho mo nkoye eno so omo reti ni beba eba na so mu se ye nkonko bobesia but ye finances enso so enye papa ikura so aye kasa ya no ma eno so ombe downgrade ye ebedu sa abre na afi na wo se mihia moa wo IMF mra nwemro ye se wa kora no ye che baby a wujina sisi ni ye bobesia o beka so no so e wo ho sa eti media me fo say we kakra na we kakra so nkum dware ni fa na ni fa so dware nkum bosiana na wose yete so ekokodu mpempen so bi say ye behwe ama ekwan a ye fa so a ye betimi anya resources ye betimi adede enough taxes ye betimi anya local means of supporting our budget ye de beba said ye beya at least said we have about 70% of our budget being revenue from my point is that when you say we be ba house of better busia let's also the ko ba kwa homa ede obi aba house of obebo busia you mate let's cannot the point there because me dey kwa kwetwe dia na mama
and next question say this loan and borrowing act they call parliament and also restrict our buying say okobobosia you don't come and divert the original intent and I say the original idea or the kobobosia, because sometimes I need to say you to be kobobosia and yes I decide bosia air finance debt be yakabia yakako bobi tie kobobosia and yes I do kokutuaka and it's no man no beba correct sadi no.
And I'm say you see the whole thing yes, I say, one once who pancra, one craft is a wood to so,
yeah.
I would to Lord Friend Brown was in to my infant. Ubemuana, Afi, ya decides Kanaka Kutia salaries. Afi, about 4 from the banner, was it Nation Jessica Wiachra Pine, as he was no so no so no afi no kwa kope bosia foforo e dia ba beto asa project no so you see and na na ma uncompleted a lot of uncompleted projects now so act loans act 2026 one of the things are omo kan ye say omo be making sure say balance for maintain budget surplus, which is very critical to answer the question that we are asking. So what I say, as I'm not with some
yeah,
on person much training say, on the making sure say, yeah, now in most cases, Ghana or budget deficit. It is a big way to me abua, ama yet budget surplus, and they said the year Canada. Then it means say. Besi akra na obekwa akwaje no trimupo na wunya ya odekwa se odekwa gisa abusia ne se kwan na odekwa mefa ne se ukwa akwaye kwan from Ashanti Media Central Torkonoo to Ashanti Media North Agogo so
yeah
eti eno ne de ka assembly anya de e ma ho but ekokobie se wanya budget surplus let's go kunya budget deficit there any say the TBS can would
yeah
it's a problem. I think that it is a problem. My only problem is that and I said yeah maybe for say why is it? It should be a gradual process rather than say a very rush process. No, ama akwakodu mpempensu bi say ade no kra ye ya anyene ho na ye kokoye na afide ebu ade ababo boy so what you say the idea behind it I don't have a problem with it. The need or how be our ideas now akọ sa loan act 2026 but the processes any the implementation and I'm sure say beboa dia ka ye implementing in phases so say a base parliament atuma handled in phases we should have a trial period and move to implementation stage 2 then stabilization then of course you say oh your first process will be now the assessment you from the biaba ebehi ase ye ni se no so ya na afi no sa esamra gu ye dia tuma na ye but ade ba ko a esese ye hye no so ne ye se eni se ye ma sa loan act 2026 we no ebeye bibiti se politics ana se so but se kokoye amanyosem na ama meye amamu a eno de a problem
okay
so what I say e was say amamu rather than amanyosem. In other words, what it means is say ubia owo adwenkyere e wo ho no parliament ni kwan na crofo ebe hye in check na yemfa nkone mum na nkon e say bia 7 grade asa atu force ne na ban eni nipa kakra bia hye parliament say parliament nkoko enyi
yeah that yeah the best na ma miss out bill no for only the foreign year na say bia ye pese ko bobosia and no say bia ye foreign debt ozare ye kase ye foreign debt and ye the domestic be find say bia ye high your commercial banks bi or Ghana ye beti abai betimi abobosia o mo and the Ghana has here but the loan for ni na say for example say bia a restrict yes here Ntim bobosia bia 1000 Ghana cedis na sa 1000 Ghana cedis no say mabdika bomu bia 5000 a year 500 or Ghana has here na me bo a foreign so for 500 a see and now say it is only for foreign loan nkwa binu say they make out myself
yeah me to was here say okay kan it places a lot of emphasis on the foreign ones the between societies IMF
yeah
before that's where most of our debt is coming from, the external debt.
Yeah.
So, and then about because usually your books are a container or dollar, sit coming. But say a local one, yeah, na me fan say T-bills in the bonds, no, and I say for no, and shut down fat or how to be emre or mine, in fact, one of my advocacy, I say, Ghana should be able to fend for itself. There was a Ntim Boebra. And I said, Edia no maybe than say, you be resorting to IMF nominee between societies nominee other agencies burden from there external agencies near nasu. Now it do baby Americans as a name before say say the American minim the American the fact of until you be say now to begin say Ghana has a you says I mean but you see if you say most of their financing from T-bills. We face na eba even to the point say the Ministry of Finance they do baby can do or reject it. So
yeah.
Can but I was thinking about it and I'm saying now sika dey see am pusika sao because from minimum there kakra but say me ba be bo besia 5000 Ghana cedis usu me sha ube here for 5000 Ghana ube here 20000 it is the 20000 next time me show say you project here between the 20000 no balance no e be ka 20000
yeah I get you yeah
all right any ebia 5000 me dey kwa koton ahwede but me 15000 na bet me to shop ama me yire atna na me so it get two streams of income within a very short time which you will see come now this is a state thing abai ehia 6 billion Ghana cedis let's assume na 10 billion abai 4 billion akana wo dream say esunu fasunti wo reject no ada na woni say sikare na wo fan konkosi plantain chips factory then in fact 4 billion akana enkonkosi potato factory ewo baby ti say your friend say Fordjour so ana wo fan konkosi yam factory ewo your friend say tamale na bayira ese no enkrofon unfanye yam chips na un package export so on say says Ghana will reject no eswa ban faso over a period of time with very over a period of time So I think that there was a lot of thinking. Okay, and in America says the Loan Act in 2026, I support it, but it should be a gradual thing. But again, I think that if there is excess money that we can pick from our local market, you know, local investors, setting up projects like factories, like roads. In fact, one of the key things, one of the key problems you are facing in this country, estates, accommodation. Right? It's not with this bill.
Okay, Doc. Mama, a minute never wrap up, Mamma. Say a network no Mama, what a minute never wrap up, Mamma.
Okay, so with this, you know, you bet me abwa na local and foreign in and it's not make us we need to look at the two sides of it. We should try to increase the local sources of borrowing, you know, and then reduce the foreign borrowings. So that now, again, the last point here said, you bet me invest that money a year. It didn't say, there was a tapping, you know, that said, your friend is politics.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, yes, and no money. Now, and yes, ye pray and ye now that's now
thank you very much.